What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Steel City Motors and another vehicle highlight. It's a beautiful yet windy day, and today we are jumping into a really nice truck, really clean, really mean looking machine. This is a 2020 Ford F-150 XL with the STX appearance package. So taking a look at this truck, you can definitely see that appearance package adds kind of like a sportier, overall more rugged vibe to it. Mostly kind of like a sportier, cleaner vibe. We've got the STX badging, those 20-inch wheels, and we've got a few kind of accessories like the badging in the front and that honeycomb grille. It overall just upgrades and kind of elevates that whole base model feel that you get with the XL and just gives it a way nicer presentation. Now, even with a more basic model, looking on the inside, Ford has definitely given these trucks a facelift, and this specific truck right here also has some near limousine looking tint, as you can see on that front window and that back window. Guys, look at that. That is seriously spectacular. You can barely read the guide from the outside. You still can in real life, but on camera this thing is pitch black. Looking at the interior, you can see that center console jump seat combo. This can be folded up and there is storage underneath. So let me demonstrate that real quick. Really nice jump seat with quite a lot of space underneath. So you're not really compromising that center console type of storage, even with the seat in the middle. It's a really nice kind of contoured cloth seat interior. You've got really nice, thick, soft bolsters, and it just feels like you're sitting on a couch and driving, which I think is pretty fantastic. Looking at the key real briefly, we've got this very modern kind of take on a manual key. It's a nice little streamlined fob, and overall it's got a really nice feel to it. You can just fold it back in and it is good to go. All right, y'all, jumping into the back seat, you can see a massive amount of leg room. You're gonna get between 10 and 12 inches of leg room on average, even with the seats mostly pushed all the way back. This one is not all the way back, but you can see this one is, and you still have quite a bit of room. These seats also do fold upwards to give you plenty of cargo space. This is a 60/40 folding bench, and it's got a little release right here to pull it back down. One hand, no struggle, so that is fantastic. Even these base models on Ford nowadays do have quite a bit of comfort and utilities, such as ample space in the side panels and all of this cargo and legroom. You've got a lot. So this specific model and this specific truck of this model does not come with a bed liner in every configuration, and with this one specifically it does not. It still has a nice rugged tailgate and overall really nice feel to it. It's got quite a bit of room in that bed, and it's got a really nice kind of clean looking undercarriage to it as well, which is very nice. Now that we've gone through all of the exterior features, including these nice large kind of angled kind of visibility mirrors. These are not exactly tow mirrors, but they are larger mirrors that are stock, and they give you a good range of visibility. Let's jump inside and let's explore the actual functionalities when you are in the driver's seat. All right, boom, guys, welcome to the driver's seat. So before I even close the door, I just want to show you this nice kind of contrast with the tint and how the trim colors all go with the interior. Even with a more basic model, the interior just looks a bit more upscale in this generation. Everything looks really nice, really modern. You've got a good bit of storage from that under jump seat kind of console to areas right here. Very large glove box with a top shelf, you got storage aplenty wherever you go, which is awesome, especially if you're using this truck for work or just kind of everyday stuff, whether you have kids or whether you have tools. This truck really kind of does it all regardless. We've got the typical Ford layout right here with a little bit more buttons on the steering wheel than we're used to in previous generations. And we've got our typical window and mirror controls right there, our light controls, our hood pop, and all that good stuff right there. When you look at the center, not really console, but control area, because we do not have like a classic console down here per se, we've got the screen, the dual zone climate control, we've got the multimedia infotainment controls down here, we've got some USB ports, an outlet here, and another 12 volt up here, so you are not lacking for power either when it comes to plugging stuff in. All right, let us crank this baby up. Like I said, really nice key that we've got here. Let's get into it. Boom, super smooth crank. So we've got a front camera that's not installed here, and it will kind of do that. We've got the pre-collision alert, all of that good stuff on here. It'll tell you whether it's on or off. And then we've got the typical information menu. If you're familiar with Ford, they have quite a bit of information on their menus, and it's really nice and handy. You can also look at the display mode, trip computer, towing, off-road options, and vehicle settings. Got all that good stuff right here. So it is quite a bit of different things that you can do. And then you go into display mode, and it's just your typical display. Over here we've got location and vehicle data, stuff like that. Pops up and lets you know what's going on. We've got apps that you can install. We've got the Bluetooth connectivity, and then we've got the audio, so that shows you kind of what you've got your audio from. Is currently on radio. And then when we want to take a look at that backup camera, shift it to reverse, and we have quite a beautiful, really well defined, kind of really crisp camera. I love the fact that it has, you know, like a really good kind of definition to it. You can see the leaves on the trees, you can see the gravel, you can see a lot of little fine details, which is great, especially if you're in the city or you're in heavy kind of, you know, parking areas where you really want to see what you're doing. Finally, going over some of the finer tuned details, as you can see, the controls have gotten a facelift from previous generation. I apologize if I sound a little bit stuffy. These allergies and these trees are plotting on my life right now. We've got quite a bit of greenery, and we're actually right next to a plant store, and those plants are just out for world domination apparently, because they have got my allergies acting up something crazy. But the facelift that the interior has gotten is definitely significant. It looks a lot more modern. You've got a lot more buttons to control your cruise control, your information, infotainment area, and your phone. It's a really nicely ergonomic steering wheel. You still are not compromising for anything. It's actually quite a bit more comfortable. It's still got those finger grooves that everybody knows and loves from these Ford steering wheels that you get on the F-150s and the Explorers. And the overall material just feels really nice, and the steering is super duper smooth. I really love how nice and smooth the ride is of this truck as well. You really don't feel like you're driving a truck, and I have driven the previous generation quite a bit on both of the F-150s and the Explorers, and just the fact that this thing feels so much lighter on its feet, so to speak, than that previous generation, the one right before it, really says a lot, and that Ford is doing a fantastic job. Alright y'all, that is going to do it for this vehicle highlight, and the best thing that I can suggest to you is come down and drive it. This vehicle drives buttery smooth. I am a huge fan of this generation of Ford. Even with this base model, this truck has a ton of updates, really nice appearance package, and all of the little facelifts that Ford has done for this generation. So even being a more basic model, this one feels really nice, really pleasant to drive, and is a great utility vehicle overall. So head on over to 1011 Old Cedar Grove Road here in Moody, Alabama, off of I-20 exit 144, or go to steelcitymotors.com FordFMotor.com if you are not there already for more information. All the VIN numbers, miles, and everything is on our website. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.